Alright guys, started playing Riven top lane, but this game we are going to be experimenting with something new, something interesting. So what we're going to be doing this game is go for like a scaling build, but also the define build.
How should I proceed?
So what we have here is the classic page. We got Conquer, Triumph, Alacrity, Lessened, but then we have Bone Plate and Overgrowth. So that's going to make us really tanky like late game. We're also going to go for Define Sunder.
Mirrors its owner.
And we're going to be testing out to see how good it is. So currently facing off Akali top, which is an interesting matchup. We're going to be playing it very slowly, level 1, 2.
What conflict awaits?
And then once we make it to level 3, that's when we start to play really aggressive. So we're just going to be chilling for now. What's she doing? She's going back.
Burdens of the
Does she push? She pushes the wave? Okay, she's back. Gotta be very careful this game because they got a Wukong in the jungle. I think he's gonna be perma camping top. Got that weird feel.
my hand.
So trading Akali is much easier than you think it is. It's more like you just shield in W and then you auto and then you go out all the time. We got her. Nice. See, it's more easy than you think it is, guys. It's way easier. Like, this matchup is not as complicated as what it looks like. It's like, the only thing you gotta keep in mind in the Akali matchup is that you should never get hit by her E, because her E is gonna do like insane damage once it hits. And secondly, if Akali's Shroud runs out, it becomes a very free lane because without Shroud, she can't actually protect herself. And it easily turns into like an all-in, so it's not that tough of a matchup. Especially if you get more damage, like longswords and stuff, it becomes even better. Alright. So firstly, what we're going to be building is... Where is the item? Is the Warhammer. And then secondly, we're probably going to go into Kindle Gem and then into Sheen. It still kind of depends on like how many kills we're going to get before we can buy these items, but
Choose your
we'll
own
see.
path.
Usually when I go Define on Riven, I always tend to go for Kindle Gem before we go Sheen. Because Sheen, even though it does good damage, it's not that useful to rush as like a secondary component. So, yeah.
How should I proceed?
Let's try. She runs out of the Shroud right now, so now is the opportunity for me to look into and engage. There you go. Make sure you don't get hit by Akali's E while going backwards. Because if that does actually land, then she's going to get like a really good trade-off. She would go for the CS right here, so we go in for another trade. We back out so she doesn't hit the E.
A sword mirrors its owner.
Make sure you stay out of the Q range whenever you can, guys. You see that? I immediately walk behind the CS so that she cannot hit her E. Like that. So now we have the wave in a really, really good position. So now the trick is to get level 6 before she does. And then we can actually dive her directly under tower. So I'm going to start shoving the wave now. The plan is to dive her directly. This is work for me because we're going to dive her. That's the plan here. Every trade I can get is good for me now because she won't be reaching her level 6. Okay, she made a mistake. She fell for the bait.
I know my purpose.
I don't need my Q to burst her, so... Now we shove. And there we go. And now we go back.
Burdens of the past.
So yeah, so far with Overgrowth, we currently got 24 so far. 24 HP, that's really nice, especially for like this time. It's already starting to make us a bit more tanky. I think it's like, I'm not gonna lie guys, I think that Overgrowth is really underestimated. I don't know. There's barely anyone that plays Riven at the moment with Overgrowth, which kind of does surprise me because it's not that bad. You know, if you can get more tanky, then it's always great to have, you know. I don't know why people ever check it out. I've actually used to play with it like every single game a while ago. It's really not that bad. Having some scaling is always good to have. So again, we're gonna get into trading, but this time we're gonna be taking a bit more precisely because Akali's level 6 right now, so we gotta be a bit more accurate with how we trade her. Because if we get hit by the E now, then she can basically burst us if she likes.
They've crossed the line.
And here we go. She'll probably start off like taking the CS with a Q, I think. I'm assuming. Ooh, missed the CS for that. I've got my R now, so now we can actually play the game. There you go. So now we can actually start like winning the lane because now we have my R back. That becomes playable again. So yeah, you see, like we're basically hiding like behind the wave the entire time. I'm gonna all in now here. Gotcha. So now we get into a plate. Of course, there's a Wukong up here. See you later. And yeah, now we go back. So now we're going to be buying the Sheen. And that's where things get really interesting. Also, we currently got about 33 HP so far. Nice. So now every time we trade, my combo is going to be empowered by Sheen. So now we're going to do even more damage in trades. Yeah, you see, like, Akali matchup is really not that tough. It's one of the few matchups which I'm feel confident in winning every single time. If you know, like, how to trade properly, at least it's really hard to lose it. Of course, it still depends on, like, how good Akali is. It can become a tough match if she knows, like, exactly everything about the matchup, too. It can become a bit rough. We've got Graves up here. She has R, so I gotta be a little bit careful with how I approach. I'm gonna ping top lane because we can dive him under tower. For sure, I've got my ult in like 5.
My spirit is not lost.
Nice. Okay, now we dive. And yeah, she's losing her tower right here. Nice. I think we could probably take another I think we can take another tower because it still stands here. It's about to hit again. Nice. Always ping your jungler, guys. I can't say this enough. Like, I've been at the time last year when I was coaching so many different Riven mains, what I noticed is that most people never ping their jungler in most situations. It's so powerful, guys. Just that special reminder. If you want something to happen, just spam ping your jungler. And I mean, not as in like flaming your jungler by spam ping, but as in like make your jungler aware what to do, right? Because junglers, some people are smart, they know what to do. Some people don't know what to do, right? You want to know your jungler, you know, what he is supposed to do, right? I can't say this enough, man. Like, for instance, I was when I was down here and the wave was like shoving in, Grace was walking back. Like, he was actually walking away. Like, if I didn't ping for that, like, we would have had no towers here right now. He was also going back here. He was thinking about going back, but I was like, no, you're gonna stay, because we can make something happen, you know? So that's like how important it is to like spam ping your jungler sometimes in certain scenarios, because you want to make them aware of like what's going on, you know? Tell them, you know, what's on your mind. I can probably get like another plate here. A very quick question. Dave, do you think committing the time to learn Riven in low elo gold platinum is worth it? Sure. Man, bro, even if you're bronze, like, play Riven, man. If you enjoy Riven, play it. I know if you're bronze, it's not a... People say it's not a good idea because Riven is such a hard champion, blah de blah, but like... Bro, like... Even if you're iron, start playing her, man. Like, if you get good at her, it's very rewarding. And she's fun at the same time, so why not, man? Doesn't matter what elo you are. If you can master this champion, you can legitimately get yourself to any elo you desire. Like, she has the full 1v9 capability, you know. There's no reason not to main her. Even if you're bad with her. You will learn over time, you know. Everyone starts off as a bad Riven player. Like, don't get me wrong, I was a bad Riven player too back in the day. Like, heck, man, I played in Season 2. I had a 30% win rate with Riven. I bought her on release, guys. And I remember playing her on the first time when I bought her. It was a disaster, man. That was terrible. But yeah, you learn over time, man. Don't you worry. Like, the moment I mained Riven Season 2, I was a terrible player, man. It's like 30 games in a row I used to play Riven. I had like I believe it was a 37% win rate. So not 30, but 37, I believe. But yeah. Everyone starts off as a bad Riven player, man. Everyone needs time and experience. You know. Hey, that didn't jump over. I'm getting baited. Apparently, they knew. Okay. Ah, yeah, I knew it, man. It was so obvious. Oh, serious? Gotcha. So he was baiting, apparently. I could have killed him if I approached him differently. But either way, the damage on Define is certainly not bad. I know how this item works. I've played it on Riven like many times before, so I already have like a general idea of like Define. It's certainly not a bad item. It works super well. But the reason why we don't build it is partially because Gorechinker is just a better version, right? As in like everything. You know, Divine Sounder is certainly a good item to shred like tanks down and stuff like that. And give you like a good source of damage, but Goredrinker just fits inside the combo, if that makes sense. Right? And whether you play against tanks with Goredrinker or against, you know, regular top laners or whatever, It fits in every scenario, and that's why we never build Define. You know, even though Define is a really good item, we just don't build it because Scorching is just a, yeah, it beats every other situation. Oh yeah, you got me. Okay, but yeah, that's basically the reason why Define is never built. Like, it's definitely not a bad item. Yeah, Dragon's gone. I think they probably got it. I'm gonna go for Black Cleaver here. Like, for instance, in that scenario I was in right now, if I had Gorechinker, I would just press Gorechinker and just heal up myself. And then I would turn. You know, less damage. Well, still gets a lot of damage, but... yeah, Defiant Thunder is more of like a shredding build. So if you play against like tanks, for example, or whatever, like that's where Define is going to come in.
My hands are stained.
Let's go bot lane. So yeah, it heavily depends on what you're up against. I would say if you're up against, I don't know, a Shen or something, I suppose it actually works pretty well. A great example, you know.
Serve the greater good.
Ooh, Mr. Chu. I think she's baiting though. See ya later. So yeah, you can see like you have a lot of damage, bro. Like, you're stacked with damage for sure. This camp will spawn. Nice. So far we got 168 like permanent HP from the overgrowth. That's really nice.
Is not lost.
Good stuff. Are you kidding me, dude?
How should I proceed?
Alright, let's see. So I can pretty much instantly kill someone. I just know that Sona does have Bone Blade, I believe. So I can't kill her instantly, but... yeah. You gotta be a bit more patient if you try to kill these guys. They're like being grouped all the time. I think that my next item is probably gonna be a Death Sense, if not maybe a GA. So we go for like more of a tanky build. Let's push this out.
They've crossed the line.
Massive fight over here. She has like nowhere to go, so she went my way, sure.
A moment of
Staying away from the Wukong so he doesn't like knock me in the middle of the tower. I need 2 dead risk anyway.
what conflict awaits.
He's got Eclipse and Death Stance. Yeah, I'll go back here as well. Alright, so... let's go for... this one. And this one.
Sword mirrors its
You guys missed the days of Riven having 700 to 800 AD. Yeah. Yeah, I know how, like, I remember With Riven, you have if you want to like maximize damage, you could just build you could build a Bloodthirster.
Burden of the past.
And then you could stack up the item. And as long as you don't die, you would actually gain so much AD. Yeah. I know what you're referring to actually. That was an awesome time. I wish that there was an item in League that was similar to the old Bloodthirster. Like that was kind of a like a sort of like a Magi version, you know? Like we don't really have an item similar to Magi for AD nowadays, which I find quite sad actually. I wish that like top laners also had Magi, but then for AD, I would definitely buy it like every game, man. It's like imagine you just go like the AD version of Dark Seal and you just get kills like that. It used to be there, it used to exist, but they removed it. I forgot the name. It has some weird name. But yeah, it used to exist back in the day. I wish they would keep it, you know. Yeah. I miss these times, man. I miss the old items that League had. Like, you had more, as weird as it sounds, but you had more diversity back in the day. With, like, how you build your champ. You know, right now it's all the same. You build the same stuff every game. Back in the day, you had, like, you had Brutalizer, which was built on everything. You had, like, Bloodthirster, which you could stack up. You had this AD version of Magi, which was pretty epic. I loved it. Oh yeah, you also had like gold items. Oof. If I talk about these things, I feel so old. Ooh. Man, that Wukong is a little bit strong. Just a bit. But yeah. You know what time I miss about League of Legends? If I talk about these things, I miss the room pages. Because you could make your champion any way you like. You could go like full HP, well you can go full HP. You could go full scaling, well you could go full scaling. Full attack speed or having like an AD AP mix, going like hybrid. Well you could make it happen, man. I miss that era of League. I really miss that. That was so much fun, man. I remember I would just like go like full armor, like 33 armor on the champ for fun sometimes, or just go full scaling. Super mega troll, but it was so enjoyable. I love customization in games. I really loved like building your own way to win the game. I love that stuff. I wish they could bring back something along those lines. Are you really chasing me down? What in the world are they doing, dude? Okay. What are they doing? Like, they actually thought I would turn at 1v2? Nah, man. Of course not. It's the last thing I would do. Yeah, let's go this one. I need like 10 gold. Nice. Alright. We can run straight mid now. think I'm gonna pick up the red buff. Since it's not taken by anyone else. Okay, let's go. Drake spawns in 45. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm way too fed right now. I'm just fast queuing everything to death. There's like a penta somewhere. Yeah, thank you very much. That's my penta. Thank you. Alright, that was the weirdest penta I've had in a while. I literally just queued in. I fast queued everything, and then I get a penta like that. No fancy combos or anything at all, actually. That was a weird way of getting a penta. But yeah, sure, I'll take it. Okay, I think I'm probably dead. I think I am. Yeah. Let's get grudge. Let's go. I need a bit more though. I need 450, dude. Well, we got 4 dragons now, so... Actually, no, never mind, we got 2. My bad. Yeah, personally, Define is a good item. This game, though? Not really. Well, it really depends on what the enemy team is picking with their champs. This would be a game where I would definitely say Goredrinker over Define. Based on their picks and their builds. Like, Define is not required here. But it still works pretty well. Certainly not bad, you know. I'll go for this one. There you go. I think we can just run straight mid lane. I need flash. Still need that stuff. 120 seconds. Here we go. Oh man, that damage. Not bad. Oh, he's getting away. Okay. Well, Talon doing Talon things. I might still be able to catch him. Thank you. See ya later.
What conflict awaits?
Farming Penta this game. 21 kills. Define. I've got like 233 with Overgrowth. That damage. Either way, guys, this is Riven Top. Thank you so much for watching today's YouTube video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.